Greetings, vloggers, bloggers, followers, and potters. Dustin here from Dustin's Dynasty. Another great week we've been having. Um, Today I want to talk about tools for self-care. I'm going to show you some physical tools today because I found some and I felt it was a very nice thing to do. I've been struggling this week. It's been a very challenging week. Lots of trainings, um, lots of things, lots of behavioral challenges. So to close the week, I decided to practice some self care. I walked around town for 2.5 hours today. Um, I'm gonna cross the bridge two bridges twice. So and got to see some exhibits in town that were on display, and got to take pride in my hometown and see different things and see things that I didn't see in a long time. Because of this pandemic, I've been regressing and I've been staying in the apartment. I know I need to go outside now, and I'm respecting that wish and trying to realize that I need to go outside, be outside more, and not be so cooped up in this box that I am in. Um, so some tools that I bought. Now I want to talk about a store called Five Below. I don't know if many in the states have heard it. It's a store that basically is mostly it was started out being $5 or below, and that was about 10 years ago, 10 or more years ago. I know it's been around maybe 10, maybe more years now. Um, but anyway, it's low cost things and they're very neat things, they're very different things. A lot of technology tools, I didn't use all of them. There's different organizational tools, different flam tools, things like that. But to start off the journey, I bought these box of pens because I like to write. Writing is a therapy for mine. Creative writing, daily journaling. I encourage that. I encourage anybody to keep a gratitude journal. 3 daily things to be grateful for, along with a thought process for the day. I always find it's a good way to start the day, no matter what you're thinking. Um, so to get into that segue, my mother was with me and she picked out this book and said, "This is for you, Dustin. This is what you need to buy because this is what helps with your self care." And it is a self care journal, and it's made just for everybody. So as you see, it introduces what it's about, and it explains what self care is. So, in case you didn't know, it explains that what it is and what it does, and it is, taking care of things, acknowledging that you matter, your priorities, your energy, things, things when you feel good, and I don't think many of us have felt really good in a very long time. So, I just want to ensure that there are 6 types of self care: emotional, mental, physical, practical, which means basically taking care of things that you need to do. Social and spiritual. You need to find out spiritual. I'm not going to direct you to do that, but if you feel the need to, whatever that need may be. I know in autistic community it's very widespread, so you may have a different feeling on it. um, you have to find time for self-care, and that's what I had to do today. I could have went into the day program, but I chose to take time for self-care. It was what my heart was telling me. It was going to be a beautiful morning to go out for a walk into town, and not even the crowded part of town, but I needed to do it for me. I did meet up with my mother for lunch. We had lunch. We did some shopping. We got some self-care things, and I came home and I come out and sat on my porch for the first time. As many of you know, I moved in here in November, and I decided to sit on the porch. And it's very therapeutic and very quiet because I can hear the birds sing. And so I think that's going to be one of my new therapies, actually. So, yeah. In therapy, I just want to clarify. I had this conversation in therapy this week. It's not just sitting and having talk therapy. You can define your own therapy. So just be sure of that. And the other item I bought of that is called Make Today Magical. And this is a set of 24 cards. And I think it cost me two and a quarter, 225 US. The journal costs I think five or three. I'm not real 100% sure on that. I'll leave a link to Five Below's website in the description. So I'm going to show you the cards that I have that were in this box because I think they're very important too. There are times when you know you're seeking self-care and you just don't know, you're at your wits end, and you just need a positive affirmation of what you can do. And I don't know, my camera's kind of funky, so please excuse me. It's kind of facial recognition. So today, this one says, I choose to be happy and love myself today. And on the back, it says, I am capable of. Likewise, this next one says, I am brave, bold, and beautiful. And it says, I am most proud of my, I'm trying to get it there. There we go. Please excuse me. So those rotate throughout the 12 different sets there. So there's different cards. And so I encourage anybody who's looking for motivation of self-care, any self-care motivational pieces, journaling, coloring, Five Below is a good store for that. This was like the second time I was ever in there, and this is the first time I really focused in 10 years. So it was very helpful to me. I just encourage it. I'll leave a link in the description. But self-care is what you define. I'm still not done with my self-care for the weekend, but I feel that it's very important to practice it and ensure it. And whatever that is, you have to realize that it's time for you. I know sometimes our autistics that need more care than what some autistics such as myself do. They have a challenge finding time for themselves, but I want to ensure the caregivers that any caregivers autistic or special needs individuals that you need to make time for you. You need to make it a priority. I know it's very hard. A trust issue is very deep. I know. I understand. I've been there with my parents when I needed care. We had some very strange individuals that took care of me growing up, so I get it. But even if it is just a drive if it's even just going into a park and having a 1 hour telehealth session, I encourage that very much. I encourage even if you go to the nearby park and sit. You need to find your own therapy and your own self-care type of thing. I very much encourage it. So with that, I thank you. As always, make sure to hit a thumbs up for the video. If you want to hear more of my videos, make sure to tap the notification bell. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. If you can like me, follow me, and on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at Dustin's Dynasty, Pinterest and TikTok at Dustin's Dynasty ASD. I'm also streaming on my blogs, which is on DustinsDynastyUSA.com, and they're streaming to most platforms, including Spotify and others at Dustin's Dynasty ASD. So with that, I thank you and have a good day.